Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from Western Kentucky, and we are going to continue our playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdoms using the 8 Princes DLC and playing as Sima. Well, we have Sima just taking over the trade port over here, if I can get the right direction that I'm going. Yes, the Zhangke trade port. And we've out of movement there, so we're expanding over here. We had an army that moved in from the Jin Empire to the small town of Zhangke, so we'll see what we're going to do there. But unfortunately, as we expand this way, after we declared war with Sima, I'm noticing a couple distressing things. I've never seen this marker up here, satisfaction low. I'm losing character experience, military supplies, and plus 15% corruption, because I have more generals with very low satisfaction than those with very high satisfaction. The resulting negative sentiment is causing disruption. So it looks, I've never had that happen before, so guess what? We're gonna have to pause and do a little housekeeping and see if we can't find a way to fix that. And the first thing I'm going to do to fix that is, this army is not my most critical right now. It's just kind of building it up as kind of a getting a force ready against anything that might happen as I'm expanding to the east and the west. So in the meantime, we're just going to have to jettison, I think, Guangqiu, and that's what we're going to do. I just don't have the funds, because I look at the cost of just doing some internal promotions to get these guys somewhat satisfied, and I just don't have the funds to make that happen for everybody. So I think if I jettison Guangqiu, release him from service, no reason to banish, I'm okay without his funds. I don't need the negative satisfaction hit that would give. So we're just going to release him from service, and that gets me down now to, we are looking at 1, 2, 3 generals that I need to somehow get happy. And I believe I could get away with just 2, but I might as well see, since I only have 1 with mega satisfaction, Huang Fushang. I think I'm just going to see if I can't find a way to get all 3 of them happy at once. One thing I know that I think I have available, and that is, I have an open trade agreement, and we'll see. We have Song Wai, who we just made peace with, and so the only 2 I have open to deal with right now are former enemies of mine. Let's take a look and build a trade deal in the south. I'm more concerned now that I'm spreading east and west, but not having any activity to my south right now. So let's see if maybe a trade deal here would be appropriate. I'm gonna have to give a little just to get it, but that's not a big deal. In fact, what I can do, I have so many suits of armor, and there's got to be 55 armor base, 60, 45 armor base, 36 armor base. Gives, this one may be, even though it has low armor base, it might be enticing cost wise, because it gives 9 expertise. So let's see if that's up for trade. I'm not super interested in using that suit of armor, and see what value it brings. Good value. Brings good value. So let's see what kind of money we can get out of this to help us out. Get the money for our promotions, and then the trade agreement itself will get me the per turn, because it's going to increase my per turn costs to do these promotions. Whoops, I don't want to go plus. Let's get this back up. I'll do a plus 0.1. There we go. And let's propose that deal. Very good. So what that does, it increases with that trade agreement. So just by promoting them, because for a while, I think when we started the episode, my per turn income was like 39, somewhere between 30 and 40, I believe. So we definitely can afford the extra upkeep now by giving the promotions, and I have almost 4,000. but I'm going to need more than that to promote all these. Sima Yin, he's kind of been important for me, especially in my expansion to the east. So I'm thinking his will cost 2,000. It'll increase his salary by 50, but it'll temporarily make him happy. So yeah, there we go. We got him up to 34. Still not great, but it helps him out and kind of stalls him off till we're able to get another level up to Grand Prince, so I can get some more administrator positions or other office positions available, like a Grand Commandant or a Grand Excellency, to start getting some of these people more satisfied with these higher positions. I think I'm almost going to have to start looking at just recruiting only low-level characters. It seems like anybody with any kind of level over here just needs higher office, and we're just going to have to deal with lower-level characters. Daiwuan Meng, I'll still work with you. What, Shikin Shan, since when did you get happy? You just don't have that many positive factors, so any minor issues that come up, and let's see. Well, you're cheap to make happy. 400, let's just go ahead and do that. Get you up to open 35 happiness or satisfaction, and that leaves Daiwo Anmeng, and that will cost me another 2,000. So what do I have plenty of? I got to get another 500 into my coffers to be able to afford. I can afford the increase in salary, but not the outright promotion. I have some food to spare, so let's see if I can find someone who might need some food. And when in doubt, let's call on Ruan Shen and see if we can make a deal. Let's make a deal. Oh, we don't want a quick deal, excuse me. Sima Ruan Shen, let's get you back where we were. Here we go.
欢迎，请进。
And let's start offering you 5 food and see what that does for us. Okay, 6, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll just go with 6. And what are you going to give us for that? Let's request a payment for you. Yeah, we're over the 500 we need. In fact, I don't need to make it plus 0.4. I can probably afford to make it even with him, but there we go. So we can get over 1,000 from him. Let's propose that. We've got the money we need to temporarily, I repeat, temporarily make these generals at least satisfied. not majorly satisfied either, just barely satisfied. So we can do that promotion also, get everybody out of the red. Hopefully next turn, now that I've noticed this over here, that will go away now that we've got them promoted. Let's take a look at the army here. So everybody's moved where they can, and I don't have any place to move you, so we're just going to end this turn. Yeah, we dismissed you. So we're going to end this turn, get... And what kind of funds do I have? 558. I don't really have anything to build this turn, so we'll just call it a turn. Jin Empire. Oh, okay, you're officially in the small town up there. I guess that's why I can see you now. And Ji Khan would like a non-aggression pact, and that is one that I'm interested in right now because I'm dealing with the Jin Empire over there, so let's accept. I don't think I even have a need to expand right to the south anymore, so we'll go ahead with this, get a little tiny bit of cash, very nominal, but... And we would like to invite, or they, Ruan Shen and Sima Yan, would like to invite Mao Ren, although it doesn't look like he's going to go for it very much. He's right out here on our backside, right there. So I'm all for it at the moment. but I don't know if that means his negative feelings on it will mean that he'll accept. And no, he rejected. And it didn't give me an option to negotiate and add more. It didn't look like it. It was either accept or reject. Okay, what do we have here? Mao Ren signed a peace treaty with Ron Shen. That must be why he invited him into the coalition. And we have a friend in need, boundless courage in my ranks. So the friendship between Ling Hong and Gong Xiaoru has deepened. And what do we have here? Gong Xiaoru, what the heck? Because of that little incident there, that means you're injured? What the heck is going on? We don't need little incidents like that, especially when we want to be moving. Look, you're injured. My goodness, it's autumn now. Boo! I was going to be moving right away up to the border. So I think what we'll do, and being short a general who's injured, we're going to camp out one more turn in the rice paddy. Then maybe in the winter we'll move up to the border. And then as spring approaches, we'll make our assault. I just hate the idea of giving Sima Chi more time to potentially add forces. So, oh well, that's the luck of the game, the random things that happen. Oh no, and he's also lame. That slows him down, just what we don't need, and lowers his instinct. Well, that's kind of sucky. So let's take a look over there. What does that do to your character? Well, instinct wasn't your great strength anyway, so I don't mind taking a hit there. It's just being lame and slowing you down. We have gained a devious attendant. I don't know if we have somebody who might need that. Let's take a look at Dai Wu on Ming. Sure, you can always use a devious attendant, it looks like. In fact, we got all sorts of cunning kind of. So let's equip the Spy Master. Is there either of these? Neither of these add satisfaction, so it really doesn't matter. So we're just going to add that there. And then do I have anybody else that needs? And since I'm here looking, do we have anyone else that might need a follower? I don't believe so. Yeah, we had kind of gone through that before. Okay, so we're going to stand pat right here, which means what we are going to do, we got another strategist of all things. Let's see, is it a low level? It is a little lower level. But do they desire higher office? Well, they aren't. Lumbering. Not very attractive traits over here. Lumbering and careless, I think, and having been with the Jin Empire, I think we can do without you. So there's nobody enticing to add into our court and hire on. So let's get a look over here, and I think that's a small town without walls. He's replenishing. I think in this instance, unlike over in the east, I think in this instance, I think it behooves me to move out as far as I can in the autumn and do a winter attack on Zhangke, the small town. Because we're mostly healthy army, not quite, but then he's not even a full army. So whatever kind of garrison we have in there, and usually on a town it's not huge. It doesn't let me take a peek at the garrison. Or maybe there isn't one, right? One can only hope. So we'll look at doing that next turn as we approach the winter, and in the meantime we have someone else who is no longer happy. Well, Dai Wu on Meng, we just got you happy and it dropped that far already. Jeez, you just want that higher court promotion. At least the negative aspects there are gone. What's it gonna take to get you promoted again? We just can't afford it. 3,000, you're killing me. 3,000. Well, I don't think you're going to become a commandant advisor. I'm going to have to deal with just one of you unhappy at the moment. We'll deal with it when a second one does become unhappy. Dang. Game's working against me. Just when you think things are going well and you're able to start expanding, you find a new mechanic that you now have to overcome in order to continue forward. What we can do in the meantime, Changsha, let's work on making you a little bit happier with this county academy. It'll increase our reformation, at the same time increasing our noble support, and it's cheap. So we get up currently plus 20% research rate, plus 30 prestige, plus 50 trade influence, negative corruption, and it just gets better the higher we go, the higher we go, the higher we go. So good. Let's keep working on that, keeping that improving. And I think there's no other building I really need to work on, because that one lowers noble support, so I am not interested in that. We are baseline right there, and yeah, we'll just take our next turn and see what it brings to us. Sima would like us to become a vassal, and I'm not interested at this time. He is rich, our food is apparently equal, influence normal. Okay, we'll just reject it this time. There's nothing enticing me to have to become a vassal of anybody else. Oop, we have movement up here. He decided to move out, did he? We're gonna have to see if it makes more sense to go after his force, if we can reach him up here, or if we're gonna move on that small town. Okay, coalition. We will invite Jikan to join our coalition. He's not interested apparently, but I'm fine having him join our coalition, and he rejects also. Okay, it is the winter, and the Jin Empire signed a peace treaty with Bai Jin. He's the guy right to our north. And we have developed Buddhist selflessness, so I think that's the one that's going to help our happiness or satisfaction is what I want to say. Let's get into reforms. So yes, that has helped our satisfaction, which is good. But where do we need to get there? I'm not so thrilled or eager for the 10% character experience. Garrison replenishment, or available plus available armies, and +3 seasonal retinue deployments. So let's do this one, because if I can get additional seasonal retinue deployments, it'll help me build up an army faster, I would imagine. So let's research right there. And since I will need to build fast when I get when something starts to surprise me here over here with Bujun, we're gonna have to build his army fast. He's my like little force in reserve in case something happens. Okay, we are in the winter, we are in the south, so not a lot of snow, and it looks like it may just make sense to move over here. Of course, he may just retreat at that point. Yeah, he's not in forced march, but I'm fine with that. No, we'll just keep our eye on him for next turn, and as long as he's moving away, we may look at moving Bujun back down to the Ling Ling rice paddy, which always seems to be a target. In fact, why don't we do that and get you halfway in between? And we do have a few funds for recruitment. What kind of forces would make sense over here? I don't mind a couple of anti-missile horsemen back here, and then maybe we can just do a couple of the G militia here also. Or I'll have to decide, maybe I want to do the spear infantry for my own anti-cavalry. Well, both would do that. One with more offensive capabilities than the other. Let's do this. Let's build here, here, and that we'll start with that, and we'll make up our mind on spear or halberds next time we look at recruiting. Character developments, Gongshura. Oh good, he has returned to our fold, so we should be able to look at moving that force up to the border. A new ancillary that helps with cunning and satisfaction. I know exactly who could use a little extra satisfaction, and that is right here along with cunning. There it is. So we have extra satisfaction. For a change, we got something to help the satisfaction instead of watching it deteriorate faster than we can say boo. Okay, Changsha, we also have potential. Well, we don't have enough money to probably build anything right now. Changsha, if we wanted to build up the... I have to become a small regional city first anyway. So probably what we got to look at doing is getting the city built up so I can start helping my Reformation and noble support by building up that school chain there. Okay, everybody moved except over in the east. Yep, let's go back over to the east and move our force over there with Ling Hong. We'll do that. Fortunately, no building up of the forces yet. So let's just get you right up to the border, just so we can get what little recruitment left that we have, and just hang on to our supplies, as we will have to do a siege here. Well, maybe not necessarily, because we do have the trebuchets. But we'll see. I may still do a 2-day siege to starve them out just a tiny bit, get some sappers moving against their walls, and then also in addition to that still have my trebuchets. So that may be what I do there. Let's take the next turn and see what it brings for us. Really didn't move that far away, did he? Almost is enticing me to come after him, isn't he? Non-aggression pact with Bian Bing. Bian Bing over here. He is growing, but I'm not... Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know that I'm quite ready to do a non-aggression pact with Bian Bing at this time. I want to leave my options open for when I need to take the turn north with the Jin Empire here, so we'll just reject that one. I don't need any more hits to my trustworthiness after going against Sima Chi. A spy captured. Uh-oh. She was a spy. All the money. Oh. What do we want to do? Will it help? Ah, she's already in the army and she's a spy. And this is my army. Let's try employing and see if we can hang on to her so we can go against Sima Chi. So spying against Sima Ai, an enemy spy has been captured with documents pertaining to our trade, crop yields, economy. What they were doing with these is unknown, but we suspect foul play. Well, right or wrong, she's still in the fold here. Let's hope she decides to work for me in a positive way. And we have, let's see, Simue has vassalized Ruan Shen. Oh my goodness, so he has left our coalition. Autonomy is guaranteed, so that's a big blow to us. The Jin Empire signed a peace treaty with Ruan Shen, so I just got stolen away from me, some of my safety up north. A faction destroyed is Sima Chang. And Jin Empire has also signed peace with Song Wai to our north, so things are a little less settled up to the north from us now. And let's see, Ronshen requested their master Sima Yue go to war with Sima Lun. So long as their focus is on someone other than me, I'm okay. One of your courtiers has loudly and dramatically denounced one of his opponents as a spy in private. The accused admits this fact but begs protection. In exchange, it will give you valuable secret information. Oh, does this mean my potential traitor right down here? Who do we end up executing? Just because I need the satisfaction. Is this gonna come back to bite me? Let's find out. Execute them. Okay. Nobody noticeable has taken a hit, so let's move on and see what our ancillary is. The wooden dog adds satisfaction to somebody. Does someone need a wooden dog for satisfaction that might be able to use some resolve? No, not really. So we'll just hang on to the little wooden dog. And Sangwoo small city has been built, so we have some walls in Sangwoo. Now we come down to Sima Chi and doing what we were talking about. It is spring, and let's start the siege. We can demand surrender, but it's predicting a close defeat, so that ain't going to happen. Let's continue the siege right now. We're going to put our sappers to work, as I had mentioned before, and we're going to continue the siege. If they sally forth to try and break this siege, I think it then hopefully is something we can handle and take out the forces and then be able to move in on the city. That is what I'm hoping. The other thing we have to look at is over here. Do I need to make a little move towards the town? And I think that's the first thing I'm going to do. It's a small town, but let's take a look at it. Nice little auto-resolve for us. In fact, we moved right in. There was no garrison. Nothing to auto-resolve. That's how small of a city it was. And we have nothing here to repair. What we will do, that small town, we will move it up to a town with its first garrison ever. We will spend the money there for that. And it doesn't leave us with much else to do here. We'll just have to keep our eye on that force. And we'll just keep Bujun over here also kind of camping out. He has decent range to react if need be, so we'll just keep him parked right there. And we have our siege going here, so let's see what the next turn, what kind of surprises it may bring for us. What does the Jin Empire want now? He would like to sign peace with us as long as we give him all sorts of stuff. Well, sorry, Jin Empire. Send your little force down there against me. Let's see what happens with that. Yo, he is coming back a little bit, isn't he? Okay, he's coming out at me. And it looks like our forces are evenly matched and we are predicted to a loss. Let's see what their garrison looks like. It's not too overwhelming, but we are predicted to lose this one. What kind of a map are we looking at? Well, we gotta hope we can hold on. May be to our benefit to make him cross the river to come at us. We shall see. As far as archers, well, we outrange him with the trebuchets, but he has a fair amount of archers once he moves in close, so that means our cavalry will be busy. And I see very minimal cavalry. Yep, just the two that I see. So let's get into this map. Let's get set up and start this battle. Okay, and here is the map. There are his reinforcements. It's not much of a point to be holding. No good place. Like, I like to usually hide some cavalry. Well, we got a little bit of hidey-ho hidiness there, and we'll keep our other cavalry close by. It's more of melee cavalry depending on how theirs goes. Everybody else, what have we got? Have we got some good, we got some decent forces that we could look at making it difficult for them to cross the river. Would have been nice if I had converted the last two. I would love to have all 6 as Dao sword guards. Now let's do this. Let's split up the Dao sword guards a little bit. Put our swords guards into defensive positions. We don't have the luxury with anyone else, but we can, at least initially, we do have available loose formation, and then we can get rid of that. Oh, we do have the ability with our axemen now. Look at that. Just probably because they're under Gongsha-Ru, perhaps. So we'll keep them protected on the outskirts until they need to spring out. Now we're going to have to set up everybody else. Keep cavalry on the wings so they don't have to cross the water. And then we have our long-range help here. We'll start our archers towards the front, always able to move to the rear if necessary. In fact, we can keep them in a loose formation. Kind of getting wet out in the front. And that's our basic little tight little, for better or worse, formation. We're definitely set up defensively. I think we'll just keep standard shot, or should we go for the morale hit potentially with some flammable rounds? Ranged attack. No, we're going to go with just the basic shots as they advance. So we are in position. We're hopefully a tough little nut to take on in the center. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we'll have no dueling by you, and of course you don't duel. We are looking okay, maybe with... We'll take a look. We'll take a look with Ling Hong. He's just not strong enough overall, probably. So we'll just forego the duel this round. we'll just kind of scout him out just so we can see where the enemy is at, and we'll speed up a little progress until they become in sight, and we need better reaction. But I need some eyes out there. Ling Hong, you are my scout. Where? There they are, moving forward. Yeah, Sima, he just does not inspire strength or confidence in me with any kind of duel. And they are moving up, moving up. There are horses in the back. Oh, they have a horse archer I missed. That must be from the garrison, I'm guessing. So let's bring you back to use your abilities back here, and we'll let them advance at a fast pace for a little while longer. And then we'll slow it down to give us time to do some reacting. Okay, they're sending off horse archers on their own. Let's target some melee troops. Not the harder to hit fast-moving cavalry. So we have a couple horse archers sent out on either side. I'd go challenge them right now, except we're in range of their archers. Pretty soon, hopefully, these archers will find that they will have a surprise waiting for them coming out of the trees. We'll send forward the melee on melee cavalry. Anti-archers against the archer cavalry, or yeah, anti-missile against the archer cavalry to start. They're staying distant still. They are staying distant, so we can afford maybe have them go against the archers now. Time to bring the archers back, I believe, before I lose track of them. Now that they're closing within range. Okay, let's cross over to help with some rear guard action here. How's my melee cavalry holding up? Doing okay, because at least he's not against melee cavalry. Get you moving, let's not forget. He's going to bring his general all alone in here. We're going to see what we can do against him all ganged up. Trebuchets are almost out. Let's take him against the spear, which is the most strengthened unit that he has right at the moment. And one of my melee cavalry got away from me. You got way out of it over there. Look at that. And finally getting the upper hand here. But it looks like my horse archers here are not doing great. Or my anti-missile. Okay, my generals have done a number on their generals. That's a good thing. And we have victory. We have defeated their forces. Now, bear with me because I'm going to chase down as many as I can now with my generals and my cavalry because they are going to be retreating to the city. So I'll be speeding up this part of the battle, doing a big fast forward number, even more fast forward than what the game allows. So hang in there with me. Okay, it would appear we have now chased down about as much as we're going to get, so let's claim our victory. It was only a close victory, so we did probably lose more than we could have, but I take it as better than the predicted defeat we were called against, or they called against us, so let's end the battle. See how bad those casualties really were. Now this is a close victory I'll take. I'm happy with the size of my forces remaining and the quality of my forces remaining. Cavalry is definitely beat up right now. So that is something we will have to keep an eye on. Let's recruit. Okay, so we'll see if we can move against that city. Let's take a little housekeeping. Sima Y commanded their vessel Kui Chang to join a war against Sima Mao. And we have disease, pestilence disease, take a hold amongst the men. They spread murky and potent through the ranks. We must work to quell the infection before it jeopardizes the attack or worse, kills us all. We've gained a promotion for Gong Xiaoru, the injured one, who somehow got himself caught up. Diplomatic reports, these armies are trespassing on our lands here. Ji Khan is moved up into the port area, but we'll have to keep an eye there. I think what we'll do is, I don't like this guy camped out fortification wise, so I may see about moving Sima Ai against him and starting out our next episode with a nice little fortification battle. But before we do that, let's just see if we can't finish off the takeover of Sima Qi in his city position, the Yuzhang city. Let's see if it's just a nice auto-resolve battle now at this point. Let's find out. Now it's still called for a close victory, but I feel pretty confident in just delegating that. With them only having 261 forces deployed, it just means I would have had to utilize my trebuchets to break through since the sapper isn't quite ready. So rather than wait a turn, we're just going to delegate this and take the city that we got with that last battle. And we have captured a character. Nothing of greatness that I want, so we'll just release her for the income and occupy the city. Okay, when we come back, we've got a promotion. We're going to have a fortification battle, it looks like, unless somehow between now and then I change my mind. Doesn't look like we have anyone else to worry about with Bu Jun that's making a move on us yet. I stress yet. But so far our taking over of the Yuzhang, in fact, does that mean, let's just take a look at these. Enemy captured. We captured the enemy capital. And new capitals have now been, Sima Qi has taken over the copper mine as their new capital. So that's what I wanted to see. So he's still there, but it's over here in the copper mine. So as long as once we see things are settled down there, we'll be able to move forward. Okay. And he's trespassing on our trade port. So we'll keep everything else the way it is, and when we return, we'll have a nice little, well, like I said, unless I change my mind, we'll have a little fortification battle, something we haven't done yet, and we'll see how that goes for us. My forces are superior, and we'll see if they can overcome the walls of a fortification and the towers of a fortification. This is ZigZagZog signing off. I want to thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, and yeah, that's about it. Have a good day.